Hi, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to tell you a bit more about how you can create a balanced color palette. Make sure you watch it till the end because I'm going to give you 5 tips how you can get inspiration for your colors, and also we're going to make a color swatch. In one of my previous videos, I showed you how my color palette has been changing over a period of time, and it went from a slightly green to a more blue one. My journals turned out to be a playground to discover and experiment with new things. Now I'll be sharing some tips with you how you can gather inspiration for your colors. Tip 1. Go to the hardware store and collect some color swatches that you can find there for free. They also have crazy names like Mocha, that's not really strange. I don't know what is this in English. Maroon. But some color names like Adventure. I don't know why this color red is adventurous, but it's very funny. I really love picking them out, and it depends on my mood for which colors I go. But I think the first 5, maybe 6 are the colors that I really love. If you're not able to go to the hardware store, you can simply download some color apps and you can find all their colors digitally. So you can just see all the orange colors or just one color, and you can even take a picture for a wall in your living room, for example, and you can see how this color looks on your wall. So it's a great app. And don't forget to walk by the wallpaper department if you have one, because wallpaper can be very inspiring color-wise, but also pattern-wise. Tip 2 is browse through some books from artists like Henri Matisse. I also love the image on the front, on the cover of the book, and I also love this grayish blue image. And I also have some postcards that I really love, like this one. I really love the blues in that. So I select that one as a bookmark for you. This is a book from Annemieke Bock, a Dutch painter. She's working with oil paint, but I really love how she uses blue with warmer colors like orange or red. And also I love these colors, red, pink, mixed with that cool blue. So it's a perfect combination to me. And it's also a good thing to browse through magazines and simply get them out of the magazine and have a selection of colors you love. Like this one, there's no blue in it, but I simply loved this brown in this one. So some of the pictures are not even interesting, but I love this color of pink. And they're from Flow magazine, from Happiness, from all kind of magazines. So that's a wonderful thing to gather some inspiration. Tip 3 is collect some things you love, some home decoration things. Like I like this bowl. I also love my new teacup because it's exactly the same color. It's gray with kind of grayish pink, red and a lighter color. So I really love that. And I also love the vase that we had in France at La Gamme when we did some house sitting and cat sitting at our friend's house. Tip 4 is to buy some new paints, and that's also a great thing to do because you have new things to work with. This is an all-time favorite, Payne's Gray. I really love that color, so that's not new. But this one, Powder Blue, came in my work I think a couple of months ago, and I really love it. And then I wanted to explore more with blue, so I went for grayish blue and sky blue. And I also have this new red oxide, Mars red oxide from the Era brand. So these are the colors that I will be working with today, because tip number 5 is create your own color swatches in your favorite new colors, and I will be showing you how to do that. Let's make one. Step 1 is thicker paper, like mixed media paper that I have from Strathmore. I think it's 300 grams. Mixed media paper, watercolor paper is also good. Step 2 is put some nice colors on your color palette, like Payne's Gray, Powder Blue, Blue Gray, Grayish Blue. Here I have Buff Titanium and Red Ochre, Burnt Umber from the Winsor & Newton brand, and these are from the Era brand. Step 3 is to take a lighter color and you just see the pure color as it is. Then I take another little bit of that color and I'll add a bit of a darker color to it. So I'm going to add a little of the grayish blue, so we get a kind of mid-tone. And step 4 is to add even more of that color. And finally, I add just the grayish blue. So now I have a swatch going from lighter to darker, and I think it will be a longer row when I, for example, do it with Payne's Gray. So that's step 5, do it with another color. And now I'm going to be starting with the Buff Titanium, and I add some Payne's Gray to that in the next one. Maybe that's already too much. We're going to see what it looks like. I haven't cleaned my brush, so there will also be a bit of these two colors in my swatches here. I don't mind adding a little more. And now because this one, the Buff Titanium is a little warm color and blue is kind of a cool color, so I really love it when there's a warmer neutral color in it. The red and pink colors are contrasting colors, so that's why I chose to use them, just like Anne Mickey book. So I think I'm going to do another one. As I said, there's much more contrast and much more difference in light and dark, so you can make more swatches out of that. I think I add too much Buff Titanium, so. And the last one is, the final one is just adding some Payne's Gray. And the cool thing is combining two colors that are actually contrasting colors. For example, we're going to mix some brown with Payne's Gray, or make it even weirder, like adding some of the red ochre to the blue. So I'm going to try that. I start with Payne's Gray, as that's still on my brush. And I'm going to add a bit of the red ochre. And I think this one would be great with some white or Buff Titanium. And I'm just going to make some weird color combinations out of my colors that I have on my palette. Randomly mixing and trying out new things. I'm taking a little more space just to see what it's like when I'm working it out a little more. So you see, with just playing around and just mixing without cleaning your brush, you can get very surprising colors. So I'm very happy with these, and I'm definitely going to use them in one of my next paintings. So that was it for this week. And these are my very favorite color swatches. A mixture of blue, a contrasting color like a bit of rusty orange, and some neutrals. So I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!